Welcome back to Against the Iron Storm with Dread Canary. I am the Dread Canary. The game is Against the Storm, and we are continuing our 7th attempt at an Iron Man playthrough where we play every difficulty twice from the tutorial up to Prestige 20 without ever dropping a game. We've never made it past Prestige 10, and we are currently on Prestige 5. I've decided to play next to this ancient Battleground because I like it. I just like it. I like it, and I like the marshlands, so that's what we're doing. Uh, in fact, let's call ourselves something epic like Battle Marsh. Uh, ooh, lizards are tempting. Lizards are very tempting, but I think I'm gonna go with humans and beavers, just because I like having the stability, and that's what we're gonna go with. And if you're going to the marshlands, because there's such a big focus on gathering, you always take a camp, or I always take a camp. You can do whatever the heck you want. I'm not your daddy. And we are going to grab meat, and let's go. All right, so let's take a look at our mysteries. Admit it, you're going with humans and beavers because beavers. Yes, chat, I am going because beavers. I love beavers. We all know I love beavers. It's no secret. I should do Pathfinder statting for the 5 races of this game and run a game in this world. Anyway, fresh breeze. Villagers work faster if they have complex food and housing. They need housing or they move slow. Sacrifice burns quicker. Complex food and housing or they get angry. Services or they take long breaks. None of this is terribly bad. Do it. You're just saying that because you want to play, which I don't mind. That's actually a really good reason to play. Let's go ahead and put in my woodcutting camps, and we're going to say only marked trees because I can do those beautifully satisfying straight lines and crisp corners that I very much love doing. Now, I don't generally like practical jokes that hurt people or cause anyone to be embarrassed. I don't think that that's funny. I do like the kind of practical jokes that make people go, "What the heck is going on?" Where it's just kind of confusing and surreal. And I was talking with people, or I was chatting with some people in a group chat, and we decided that it'd be a hilarious prank to go to karaoke, just a regular karaoke sometime, and have 6 separate people sign up for 6 separate songs from the exact same musical. Like, for example, My Fair Lady, and have them done in chronological order, just in the middle. So, like, right, someone gets up and does, Elton John or Billy Joel or all those classic karaoke, you know, meme songs that everyone likes to do, the classics. But interspersed with them is just a bunch of theater nerds doing songs from a musical in the correct order. And ideally, like leaving the right amount of breaks for other songs for the songs that they're skipping, um, so that it just feels like you're attending a partial musical put on by amateurs. I think this would be hilarious, and everyone else in the karaoke bar would just wonder what the heck was going on. That is my sense of humor, and I like it. We will do that, and now that I've finally got my comforting walls back, even though I don't have corners, I at least have comforting walls, and that means we can relax again. You'd play a harpy if I did a Pathfinder against the Storm World. Ooh, now I'm thinking about how I could make that work. That'd be really fun. All right, let's go ahead and go to speed 3 like we do. With these 2, and on this map, I don't think I need crystallized dew, unless I get foxes. The bakery could be really good if I get a way of making flour, but you don't generally get that on this map because you focus on farming. The weaver might be nice. I'm going to get the weaver. Both of these species wear clothes. Okay. Now, plantation and ranch are great together. Sorry about that. Um, the plantation and ranch are great together, but neither of them's particularly great on its own on this map, given how much we're going to be doing camps and cutting down trees. The bakery, again, very nice, and the guild house is a win condition. I'm going to go with the bakery, I think. Okay. Well, the universe is telling me to get a farm, so we're getting a small farm. Chat's now teasing me, says it's adorable that I think the other people in a bar would know enough to understand that these are all songs from the same musical. Well, no, that's the point. They wouldn't. I don't think they would recognize it. I took the building materials there, just so that make sure we had stuff for fabric and bricks if needed. The point is that they would know that it's not the kind of music that usually gets sung at karaoke bars. It's overly, structured and with very wide open, well enunciated songs. I haven't watched Singing in the Rain in a while. I probably should. Two Glade events, which I'm absolutely going to do, or farm life. Well, I took a farm, and if I find a farm, this will work. So we're going to try it. Three of each of two kinds of housing that I'm absolutely going to make. 100%, yes. Three Glade events or make humans happy. This comes with parts, and parts are hard to get, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to make humans happy eventually. It came up because, anyway, the My Fair Lady specifically came up because I'd been walking around my apartment singing The Street Where You Live from it, like, all afternoon. It's a very simple song. I can only sing very simple songs. I'm not that good, so if you've got a bunch of rapid key changes, I get lost in them and can't make it sound right. But songs that are more monotone or just about rhythm or pattern, not pattern, patter, are much easier for me to do. Much, much easier. Oh, we should probably make our small trappers camp, yeah? These two species I can just cut all the way through the storm. That's not a problem. Unless it is, because the ancient battleground starts you out with high hostility, which I completely forgot about. Yeah, it's 150 because we're on prestige. Okay. All right. Bring this over here. And our third race is not present yet. Okay. I guess we'll just take another... no, this has parts. I know it has more people, but it also has parts, and parts are hard to come by. 2 insects every time I cut down a tree during storm would have been great during that last storm. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to do it again. Let's do Baptism of Fire. Lowering hostility just for burning stuff is great. There we go. Okay. Well, we can't solve that. Huh. If it explodes... exploding is really bad. Hmm. Uh-huh. We're going with the advanced farming. Well, okay. So, that is just going to be really bad. And it's going to discover... But it is going to discover 2 glades within 150 seconds of each other. And we've got 5 minutes. Okay. This is going to be real bad, folks. It's going to happen in the middle of the storm, too. Good news is I shouldn't have to open up too many more glades after that. It's just going to be a question of dealing with the glades that get opened. Oof. I'm really concerned about how this is going to go because this might kill the run. Now what I want to do Let's first off do that. You know what? I feel like this is going to be our thumbnail shot. Okay. Okay. So that we can just deal with. And that we can just deal with. Okay, so we don't need anything in particular in order to deal with this. Great. Food's going to be an issue. Well, food's probably not going to be an issue, actually. Kiln and rain mill, that's pretty good. I think if I got plus... yeah. Okay, so let's get 16 of this. And let's sell all of this to do it. I will say we got a ton of clay and a ton of reeds from doing that, so we're going to have infinite bricks and cloth. Because it's 2020 and 20 and 20 per, and we just opened up 3 glades. And I think I'm comfortable selling all of my... Well, that's not quite enough. So I guess I will also sell a bunch of this to get that. Okay, thank you. Done. We got glades in quick succession, folks. That was great. Good job, team. Good job. We are going to not solve any of that right now. We are definitely going to go ahead and build a small farm, though. And a small farm. And we will do this. Who would have thought that I'd be on a marshlands map and I'm doing a farming build? Well, you do what you gotta do. And the thing is, I can't even work those jobs, because if I work those jobs, people are gonna get super unhappy. Well, this one I can probably work immediately. I don't really have the stuff to fix it, but I could at least do that. This one, on the other hand, not so much, because it's got hostility penalties. I would get 10 tools. Yeah. Yeah, we lose a person. But that takes our hostility down enough that I can do this. And I should be able to juggle them for the rest of the storm. Which is great. And then I can do... We have harpies. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and take tools. And we're gonna, I guess... No. We'll do this. We're gonna gain hidden reward. Now, part of the problem we're gonna have... Okay, no. We do that. And then we do this. We are low on fuel. I'm going to give permission to burn anything so that we don't run out of fuel. Because I really can't afford right now. Oof. I'm going to lose that harpy. I'm just going to lose that harpy. Okay. Well, I don't have any harpies. But we do have access to coal. That's not what I wanted to do. I think we're going to have enough fuel for a little bit at least. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and do this. Because what I can do now is I can put several beavers in that mine. Which will let me make sure I at least don't run out of fuel. I'm still not chopping trees. So this is a bit of a problem. Yeah, I think we can do that. Okay. People are happy now. I've already got access to fabric, so all this is giving me is pickled goods and packs of crops, which I don't love. Tincture I think is really good. Yeah, because I got 2 that need ale, 1 that needs wine. Plus we've got farms, so we're going to be able to make ale perhaps if we get containers. Not mad about that. This needs fabric, so I should probably throw a human in here. Oof. We need wood. We need so many things, honestly. Oof. Lost a beaver. We're gonna lose a human. I can't do anything about it. Okay. Yeah, let's take Rebellious Spirit. Those were 3 excellent options, but I need Rebellious Spirit to keep my people happy for a little bit. We need to lower hostility to the forest immediately. Actually, is there any way I can get all 38? Any way at all that I can get 38? Because if I can, we're okay. All right. I think we're going to be okay. First off, we start there. Then we do this. Then we do this. Okay. Now we have. All right. This is starting to be okay. All right. We're getting building materials. We're getting better housing. We're going to lock in enough harpy housing for a while. Our fuel is going up. And because I've got enough harpy housing, I'm going to fire this harpy and stick her over here. And then I'm going to fire this harpy and stick him over here. Okay. All right. This is fine. Orders. We need... No. No, 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 no. No, no. We're going with the packs. Okay. We need some vegetables. We're okay on food. low on fuel, but it should be all right. Okay. Now. Oh, 3 woodcutters only takes us down 72, which is not enough. I'd have to do a happy burn, which I don't have the resources for. So, we're not gonna. We're just not gonna. At least not yet. Good news is we have stone that we can use to make bricks. We can also use stone to open packs. Okay. Okay. No, I think I just have to take it on the chin. Oh, this is painful. Okay, we lost one harpy. Then we lost a beaver. Okay. All right, we're limping through here. We're not out of it yet. We're just having problems. Yes, we're gonna absolutely do silent looting. That sounds phenomenal. Okay, we will take as many people as we can get our hands on because I very much need to be building my town. How are we looking at building materials? Pretty good. Okay, so we can do this. Okay. This could actually be over here with a couple of harpies. Hi, Bliss. Okay, yeah. Hmm. Nope. Can't afford any of that stuff. Okay, that looks good. I can get this out of the way for now. I don't think I need it. Okay. Now, the presence of copper up there is really good. Got a solid amount of fuel. And we'll just try to use a lot of rainwater. Now this year is looking a lot better because this year I can actually do a bit of a happy burn if I need to. I've got not enough building materials to upgrade, and we're about to run out of coal. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. But not that much too soon. Maybe it's enough. Okay, I think that was enough. Great. Okay. To safe haven, we gotta lower that hostility. Okay. All right. We're good. Mine has no available ore. We are still good, actually. Shockingly enough. Because now we have a ton of potential ore to get. Okay. All right. Right, and we need that, I think. So this is 8 plus 3, that's times 2, that's 20, that's 22. Perfect. That's going to be enough. Once we get a service building. Okay, our woodcutter is out of woodcuttery. And if I go to building materials, we don't have enough stone for anything. That's all right. We just have one human running around making the town, which is okay. We're going to get the farm life order, I think. I think we'll be able to knock that out. Sother, hey. We can lower hostility to the forest. I think we might need to. How much is it for a hearth? 3. Okay. Okay. So that's going to lower hostility. Trapper's Camp is out of Trappistry. So we'll go here. Okay. That's an order. Okay. Ooh. Oh, the lumber mill's a good call. So the lumber mill would be great, but the tavern would let me get to tier 3, and it also lets me start using leisure. And yeah. Mm, I think I want the tavern. I think I want the tavern. It's just so good to be able to do a tier 3. We've got some stone. Okay. Yeah, I shouldn't have burned any of it. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Against the Iron Storm. Thank you so much for sitting with me for a while. I really am glad you're here. Yeah, if you want to catch me live, it's twitch.tv/dreadcanary. The schedule is posted on twitch.tv, and of course, I also announce every time I'm going live on Twitter at Ghostfinch Media. So you can follow me there if you want notifications whenever I'm about to go live. There's going to be a brief hiatus on the channel as my job is having me travel for a bit. Um, it shouldn't be too long, but then of course I have to move afterwards. There might be a few interruptions over the next couple of months. I'm not abandoning it, but there it might just. I appreciate your patience. It might just take a little bit to normalize again. I hope you're having a great day, and I'd love to see you in the next one. Goodbye, YouTube.